Hello everyone, Buck WSR Weezer coming at you today, and you're sitting looking at a box. We're putting the do-it-yourself, and our do-it-yourself project today is the unboxing of an ultrasonic cleaner that just came in the mail. An ultrasonic cleaner. Yes, I broke down and bought one of these, and mostly going to use it for cleaning out carburetors. And yeah, so I'm doing an unboxing video, which actually feels a little bit weird, but people like those things, right? So this was an ultrasonic cleaner made in China. There's no brand mentioned on this box anywhere. Came shipped FedEx ground, and this is the, it's not like they put it in a separate box. This is the box that it's packed in and shipped out. The sticker here on the end is covering up any information. This side is bashed in right here. Hopefully that's not going to indicate any problems with the contents inside. And some more information here on this side, not really helpful, with stickers on top of it. Now, I bought this on Amazon. I'm just going to zoom in on my computer screen there, because there's a little more information there that you may or may not be able to see. But the brand name is VEVOR, V-E-V-O-R, Commercial Ultrasonic Cleaner. Now, I bought the 6-liter size, which is certainly bigger than I need for cleaning out a small engine carburetor. But they've got 1.3 liter, 2 liter, 3 liter, 6 liter, 10 liter, 15 liter, 22 liter, and 30 liter options, and of course they're all at different prices. The price listed right now for this 6 liter that we're about to open is $118.99 plus free shipping. Now what about that's bugging me is when I bought this a few days ago, the price was $143.99 plus tax, so I'm looking at 150 or so. So the price has actually come down quite a bit since I bought it. I don't know if there's anything I can do about that, but I know me, and I won't bother to try to get any, return or rebuy it. I'm not messing with that. So let's open it up. Here's another gouge in the side of the box. So we're going to open it up, take a look, and see if it'll, we'll give it an inaugural use and just familiarize ourselves with this machine. I wonder, maybe you've got some thoughts, how long will it take me to recoup $143? Alright, so sure you can see what we're doing here. Let me bring you over. Packing material. Alright. That comes out of the way. There's the lid. Cord inside. And there's quite a bit of space around between the box and the unit, which makes me think that hole in the side is not going to be much of an issue. The lid here's got that protective film on it. Probably needs to be peeled off. But I think at this point I can just pull the whole thing right out of the box and set it on the table. Voila. There you go, and some styrofoam pieces at the bottom. Wasn't that exciting? We did an unboxing. Alright, so taking a closer look, here's the lid, power cord, manual, and not a whole lot of information. It's just one sheet of paper folded in half. Not a whole lot of info there. Of course, here's the parts basket, wrapped in a plastic bag. That's actually a pretty good size. I think that seems about right. I'm actually glad we didn't go any smaller than that, because your stuff has to fit in this basket if you expect it to be fully submerged, I would imagine. Alright, take the bag off and give it a little look around. So, it's really not that deep. So that's 6 liters. That would be what, like 1.5 gallons? This is capacity 6.5 liters. So here's our on and off switch. Power cord plugs in right above that. Taking a look around this side. I guess this is our drain valve. Ball valve to drain the tank. So there's a drain port there at the bottom, and then you can drain it this way without actually having to take the tank and dump it somewhere. This is a threaded, has some threads on there, I guess, so you could connect some kind of a hose to it if you wanted to. Alright, so just a simple ball valve. Ah, the controls. That's always nice. Attention, the unit must be admonition. This is an admonition. The unit must be connected to ground, so it's a grounded plug, should be good there. Do not disassemble the unit except for the serviceman. Do not touch the socket with a wet hand. Do not use this unit when the tank is not to fill the water. Read that again. Do not use this unit when the tank is not to fill the water. Alright, so as the box indicated, this was made in China, and sometimes the instructions appear to have been written by someone for whom English is not their native or mother tongue, and you got to figure out what it's trying to say. So we've got on off here, temperature up and down. On off here for the cleaning feature, and you can set the time, minutes and seconds. Here's some more cryptic notes here at the top. Take a look in there. If the cleaning tank does not fill 3/4 of the water and cannot open the ultrasonic and heating functions. That makes no sense. If the cleaning tank does not fill 3/4 of the water and cannot open the ultrasonic and heating functions, that's an incomplete sentence, but then there's a period. Do not place items directly on the bottom of the cleaning tank. Put items in the washing basket for cleaning. Okay, that makes good sense. The unit must be connected to ground. Cleaning fluid level must be 1 inch from the top. Alright, that shouldn't be too hard to manage, in as much as there's about 1 inch of space right here, and you have a lip, so that should be pretty easy to figure out. Alright, so I guess we need to take a closer look at the controls. A closer look at the manual, which is a 1-page document. I wanted to see some more of these specifics. So I've got model JPS-30A, 6.5 liter capacity, power supply 100 to 120 volts AC at 60 hertz, the ultrasonic frequency at 40 kilohertz, ultrasonic power 180 watts, heating power 200 watts, made in China. Well, we've covered that part already. Alright, so let's see what the bottom of this looks like. Not much there. Okay, so I'm happy with the size because You know, you think you don't need much. 6 liters sounds like plenty for small engine type carburetors such as I would be using it for. Like here's one that we're going to try for our initial run. That'll fit just fine in the basket. The basket has some rubber feet to sit on the bottom of the tank. And yeah, actually I've got plenty of room in there. I could probably do 2 carburetors. I'll take this apart, of course, before we do it. I'll can at least easily do 2 carburetors at a time, maybe 3, depending on their size. Well, I'm gonna review the manual, and then we'll give this its inaugural run. Be right back. Alright, well, I think it's time to get started and see about how this works. The instructions are not too terribly helpful, and you really have to be creative in understanding them. Like this one that says here, use only plain water for general cleaning. The water should merge the item to be cleaned. I think that's what they're intending to say there. The item should be fully submerged in the liquid. So the instructions aren't too terribly helpful. So let's give it a trial run. So I've got the carburetor here in front of me. I've decided I've got a gallon of, this is like lukewarm water, not too cold. And we will add that. I did not take the coating, the plastic film coating, off the top of the lid because it was just too tedious of a project. Didn't feel like messing with it right now. Now that's a gallon. Now this is supposed to be 6.5 liters, but that's almost filled up, where almost up to the fill line. I think that's all I'm going to use because that will certainly be enough to fully submerge the carburetor. Now there's a lot of discussion on other cleaners to use in here. I'm going to add a little bit of laundry soap. Here's our basket. We can pull him out. So I'm just going to add a little bit of laundry soap to the mix, and maybe use a screwdriver to mix it in. It gives our water a little light blue color, kind of matching the film on the lid. Okay, so I've got the carburetor here in front of me, and I'd like you to take a look at that. Now this carburetor is from a Westinghouse generator, which was the subject of another video if you want to check it out, and I have already cleaned it in the typical fashion with some carburetor spray and some small brushes. But even when I put the generator back together, and you can watch the video and you'll know we got it to run, it still wanted to surge a little bit, like wanted me to choke it. It wasn't getting a sufficient fuel flow through this thing. So I'm hoping that cleaning it now with the ultrasonic will be the way to go, because you know there's passages and places in here that you just can't get a carb spray tube into, or a thin wire brush. So hopefully this is going to do a better job for us. These small parts, emulsion tube, jets, they won't stay in the basket, so I'm going to put them inside the carburetor bowl and let them do their thing that way. Well, this guy will stay. So we'll load our stuff into the basket as such, and going to submerge that. All right, so put our lid on. Let's power it up. It beeps. Okay, so we've got the heater which is reading our temperature in Celsius, which you might have to do a little calculating to if you're used to Fahrenheit. So it's set to 50 degrees Celsius. I think that's like 122 or so Fahrenheit. My current water temperature is 24 degrees Celsius. So we'll turn the heater on. We've got 5, and we can set the time. Let's give it a 10-minute round. 10 minutes, and think if I just hit the on-off button, we should get started. Well, that buzzing is to be expected, but it sure is annoying. So we'll let it run for its 10 minutes, and then we'll come back and take a look. Well, I see we are down to the last 30 seconds. And in the 10 minutes that it's been running, our temperature has only gone up to 31 degrees Celsius. We started at 24. So the heater doesn't work that quickly. 4 seconds left. And a beep, and it turns off. The heater, however, still is on, so I'm going to turn that off because I don't really need it to get up to full temperature. So let's open it up and take a look. The water is still pretty transparent with a light blue color, so it's not like our product was already caked with dirt. It's those innermost passages that are what I am hoping we will have effectively cleaned. Alright, I wonder if it's worth maybe giving it another 5 minutes. Yeah, so from our perspective here, there's not visually a whole lot that we can determine. What I was going after really is, some of those more hard to reach passages which may be clogged with old fuel residues and stuff like that. So let's put it back in. We'll set our clock for 5 minutes. I won't turn the heater on this time. It's just not that important to me. And we'll give it another 5 minutes. Alright, we're down to the last 10 seconds. Alright, so we've cleaned this carburetor for a total of 15 minutes. I give you a couple of my observations. First observation is, other than the listing on Amazon, the brand named VEVOR appears nowhere on the box, on the can, on the product, or in the instructions. This is truly a generic, no-name, made-in-China unit. But if it does what it's supposed to, I'm fine with that. I don't know, if you want to use the heater feature, you probably want to turn that on and let it get to the temperature you wish before doing the cleaning. They operate independently, as I understand now. Not sure how important the heater feature really is for what I'm doing, because I can just put in water of the temperature that I want. Gallon of warm water, gallon of hot water, gallon of cold water. The heater, to me, is kind of an optional thing. and not that essential in my opinion. The timer is quite good, and the controls are very easy to use. Doesn't really seem to hold 6.5 liters because it's nearly filled up to the fill line, and we just put in a gallon, right? So here's our carburetor, and I guess the proof will be in reassembling this carburetor and getting it back on the machine and seeing how it runs. I'm hopeful that it's going to run even better than we had it previously. So I'll rinse these out with clean water and get the soap off of it, and then I'll blow it out dry with shop air, reassemble the carburetor, and it'll be good to go. I guess the question is, but why even bother with a $150 machine when you can just buy aftermarket carburetors so inexpensively? I guess because those carburetors are hit and miss. I've had success with some, others I've had problems. And it's not fun having to go back and repair a project that you already fixed with a product that's inferior. So I think the opportunity to clean with this ultrasonic cleaner and rebuild carburetors is going to be a better way for me to go. So we'll see if this baby pays for itself. That's it for today, guys. I'm Buck, WSR Weezer. We're putting the do in a do-it-yourself, and I'd like to get your opinions in the comments section. So go down and leave the comments or questions if you have them. I'd like to know your thoughts. I would appreciate if you would subscribe to my channel for more how-to do-it-yourself videos. That's it for now. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Hey guys, just a quick PS. So I went to empty the tank, open this valve, and nothing would come out. I thought, what is going on here? What's the point of having a valve that doesn't drain? And then I realized it was all clogged up with something, and I've had to dig it out with a screwdriver, and I don't know what it is. Some of it was hard, sort of like a branch, but other parts of it was like slimy. You see this? What is this? And this was plugged up. It's like a piece of bark off of a tree branch or something. And this was plugged up. It was plugging the drain ports. I had to dig it out with a screwdriver. I don't know what that means, but it's flowing freely now. I just don't know what in the world that was all about. Alright, we will carry on. See ya.